Baba, I speak through you and greet everybody on the high table and everybody in the audience. I stand between you and Emil, and so I'm going to be very quick. I prepared a paper, which I'm sure the foundation will make available, but I'll just speak generally on my remarks. And the first thing I'll say is that I've known the guest speaker, Professor Oluwole, for 50 years now, and I know her, and I guess everybody knows her to be a doctor, microbiologist, academician, but I never thought she is an advocate. And I thought I was going to speak today as an advocate, and I would shine. But she's going to shine now because she stood here and spoke eloquently with her hands on the left hand. I see an advocate speak. So there's really nothing I can do. But just to say a few things and remark generally on all we've had today. And I will start with where she started, where she spoke about Australia and friend, about the purpose of all this. And I think she ended well, about its purpose and what we will do. And I think for me the purpose is that we as society must stop pretending that we take science education seriously. She spoke of government doing a lot, I doubt that, and she spoke of the efforts of the private sector. But one thing Professor Oluwole did not mention is that a lot of young people do not want to study. And a lot of older ones like us do not want to engage in continuing education. And until we, the older ones, engage in continuing education, because we now know that what you know now will be unlearned within a week, 2 months. You have to keep learning. So the first thing is that we need to imbibe the need for continuing education. And we need to drive that message with the young people of the need that even if the university degree is no longer needed. She defined to us contextual information in the context of what knowledge and education is. And the need for you to have ability, the need for you to be able to think and process data, because we now live in a data world. So I think that's something that is very important, and a message that needs to go out. Otherwise, all the efforts of good people like this foundation will not amount to what we want, a future that is bright and a nation that is developed. The second thing, and I take this from great chairman, Babawa, who I again thought was a great businessman, and neither a theologian nor a philosopher. But then he spoke about the Bible and its translation and culture. And you then ask yourself, what has that got to do with science and technology? And then he spoke about teaching in the native language. And what that has to do with science and technology is this, that we generally tend to look to the West to define what science, technology, engineering, and mathematics is. But guess what? When you go back and you step back, and there's a lot of research on this, for instance, I speak about the Yoruba language and culture, Ifa, which missionaries came to abuse, is a binary code. Ifa is nothing other than large learning methods. LLM, what AI is all about. So please Google Ifa, Google how it is all about mathematics and all about the binary code, and how this has been in existence for thousands of years. And so you can imagine the impact of what people like Professor Awokoya did in his time where they founded an institute in Ife teaching all subjects in Yoruba. So maths, chemistry, physics was being taught in Yoruba. When he came and they stopped it. So the second point I'd like to make is the importance of bringing back our culture, our tradition, and our knowledge to science and education. So, University of Moshala doesn't tell you that we started inoculation and injections before they did it in the West. Now, those who know about what is called bere, so people know what bere is. Bere is nothing other than a means of getting you injected. That's what bere is. But then if you see bere now, they'll say, it's black magic. The third point I'd like to make, and as I begin to round up, is the question of first learning. So, Professor Bushala, welcome to the world of lawyers. So, for us, things change every day. A case that should be cited in the morning may be changed in the evening. So, we are constantly reading. So, welcome to our world of what we go through. But seriously speaking, I think we need to commend the foundation for what it has been doing and what it plans to do. And all I'd like to do is to invite all of us to please dip into our pockets and support the cause. Thank you.